with an idea. January 2025.
Let's get it, let's go. After a 7-day break from games, we are back at the Biscuit here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome to Bojangles Coliseum, where today it's bigger than basketball. Hoops for a cure. As we honor all those affected by cancer, the Crown against the Savannah Steel, round 5. Hi everybody, alongside Emery Satoris, I'm Sam Hyman. Glad you're with us on this Sunday afternoon for UPSHOT League basketball. It's been a minute for both of these teams, 7 days removed from their last matchup, which was in fact against each other. Charlotte's roster, Emery, has undergone plenty of shuffling already, but the shuffling has definitely paid off with these new additions.
Yeah, going back to the last game on June 6th, these two teams faced up against each other. You know, Charlotte just exploded in the fourth quarter, 26, and holding Savannah to 12 points. And so a large part of that was shot selection and really getting into the paint and taking really high-quality shots. So credit to Charlotte. You know, Savannah during this week has made some adjustments, so we'll look forward to seeing what those are and see what today brings with the new players added to rosters as well.
And you mentioned about that last game, Shaquila Nunn and Michelle Onya were a massive part of Charlotte's win last time out to snap a 6-game losing streak. Those two are mid-season additions to the squad. Meanwhile, for the Savannah Steel, they also have some new additions as well. We'll get into those women and essentially the impact that they could have on today's game and in the future for the Savannah Steel. But first, let's meet the starters for both teams. We start with the visiting Savannah Steel, led by head coach Coretta Brown. In her first season, Savannah is 4-4 overall and 3-1 against the Charlotte Crown. The three guards in the starting lineup for Savannah feature Harmony Turner, the 2025 Ivy League Player of the Year, Megan McConnell, the A-10 Defensive Player of the Year in 2025, and Ayanna Moore, who played 4 years at Vanderbilt and her final college season at Notre Dame. And then in the front court, Lauren Taylor and Olivia Cochran. What do you like most about the Savannah starting five? What jumps off the page?
Well, you have to say Harmony Turner jumps off the page. She came out the last game. She was 10 for 15 from the field. Also had 3 assists. She just impacted the game tremendously. She really exploded in the third quarter and couldn't be stopped. And so, you know, that's got to be a point of emphasis for Charlotte in their defensive game plan today.
Harmony Turner, that 27 piece was a season high. 10 of 15 from the floor last time out against Charlotte. Meanwhile, for the Charlotte Crown, their starting lineup features 2 new additions. They're not that new anymore. You have been watching Charlotte Crown basketball by now. You know the names Shaquila Nunn and Michelle Onya. Nunn has 30 points in just 2 games with the Crown, and Michelle Onya leads the UPSHOT League with nearly 9 rebounds per game. So those are the 2 in the front court, and then A.D. Durr, Reagan Richardson, and Deja Kelly are the guards for the Crown. And it's a group, Emery, that really came together last time out, and they look to build on it here today.
Yeah, for sure. And so we'll see what Savannah can do from the defensive game plan, and then you know, you saw it was hard for them to stop paint points last time, so we'll see if they try to pack the paint and make Charlotte shoot some threes tonight. You know, Charlotte struggled throughout the season from the three-point line, so if I were Savannah, that's what I would definitely try to make them make today.
I think that's a great point, because the points in the paint were a big-time plus for Charlotte. 44 points in the paint last game against Savannah, only attempted 10 threes. That's a season low in 8 games so far this season. So that's something to watch out for. Can Savannah really press and clog the paint and not let Charlotte get busy? So we mentioned the additions to the rosters on both of these teams. Shaquila Nunn and Michelle Onya, they've been added for a while now, but Charlotte did announce today the additions of Nicole Gwynn, who played at South Carolina State, Queens, and Georgia Southern. She is added to the roster. and Kiki Jefferson, who played at James Madison and Louisville and had a brief stint with Unrivaled last year, and also was selected in the 3rd round of the 2024 WNBA draft. And then Savannah adds 2 people as well in Alicia Jenkins and Deasia Fair. So this is what this league's gonna bring, some high-level talent, and it's gonna be a revolving door. Players have to show up and show out in order to stick around.
Yeah, and that's what's exciting. There's only 4 teams in the league right now, but with these fluid rosters, you know, you're looking at different players, different styles of basketball. You've already seen it within Charlotte, you know, especially that last game. We'll see what they do today, but it really looked like they changed their offensive game plan and kind of their style of play, you know, going from shooting a lot of transition threes to limiting those to 10 and really looking for high percentage shots in the paint.
Charlotte shot 55% from the floor in its last game, which is a season high. So they were absolutely efficient with a capital E as we get set to go here inside the Bojangles Coliseum. Again, glad you're with us. Charlotte and Savannah, round 5. These teams are very familiar with each other. Savannah head coach Coretta Brown mentioned that the key this week was rest. 7 days, no games, had some practice, but even if it's the same opponent that's up next, we play the same way. We always have an opportunity to get better.
And that's what this league is, the league of opportunities. You know, that's what we talk about every night on this broadcast, and that's exactly what it is. And it's another opportunity. You know, Charlotte went on a 6-game lose streak, and then they got their first win at home this last time versus the Steel. And so they're looking to build that momentum as well and win over this Charlotte crowd.
We are underway here inside Bojangles Coliseum. Charlotte turns it over on its opening possession. Here's a look at Ayanna Moore, who wrapped up a career at Notre Dame literally a couple of months ago. This ball goes out of bounds. 2 turnovers to start on the opening 2 possessions. Savannah is 3-1 against Charlotte so far this season. And in the 3 wins for the Steel against Charlotte, they've done it in very different ways. One game hit 11 threes at a 48% clip. Another game, the bench showed up. And then another game, got to the free throw line and made 21 free throws. Michelle Onya misses. Shaquila Nunn with the offensive rebound. The dynamic duo in the post, Nunn and Onya, are a problem for the opposition. Deja Kelly triggers. And another chance for Charlotte. Second offensive rebound on this possession. Shaquila Nunn misses, but 2 solid chances for Charlotte.
Yeah, and you know, Nunn's coming off of a game where she just had 7 offensive rebounds. So if you're Savannah Steel, that's something we're really trying to limit. So early in the game, you know, that's going to be something they talk about early in timeouts.
Here's Megan McConnell, played at Duquesne, had a training camp stint with the Fever earlier this year. Ayanna Moore misses the layup. Another chance for the Steel. Harmony Turner flips it up and down. The 24-year-old who dropped 27 points against Charlotte a week ago is on the board.
Nothing new for Harmony.
She was so locked in. Took her a while to get going in the game on Saturday last week as Richardson gets inside, and Reagan Richardson is on the board after the dime from Shaquila Nunn.
And it's good to see Richardson get going early. You know, she's an impactful player. She's a gamer, and so she had a quiet game last game. Still efficient on the stat sheet, 2 for 4, but, you know, she can get hot and light it up when she gets going.
Shot clock at 6 for Savannah. Here's Olivia Cochran, the former Louisville Cardinal. Rebound, Deja Kelly. Kelly whips it over to A.D. Durr. Tees up a 3-ball. Book it! A.D. Durr, first triple up, first triple down, and Charlotte has the lead. Lauren Taylor with the basketball for Savannah. Blocked by Michelle Onya. Fly swatter.
Onya is such a good rim protector. You know, she's such a defensive specialist.
In transition, whistle. Megan McConnell carries and turns the basketball over. Charlotte ball. And a 5-person swap off the bench for Savannah. Just like that. Highlighted by Deasia Fair, who makes her UPSHOT League debut. She is on the dance floor right now, ready to go. One of the best scorers all time in Division I women's college basketball. Guards Deja Kelly, and Kelly right to work on Fair. First bucket for Deja. How about that? A little welcome to the UPSHOT League. Deja Kelly giving Deasia Fair something to think about. Meanwhile, Laisha Petrie gets in the scoring column. Her first field goal. Michelle Onya, tough angle, gets it to go. It's just such a dynamic duo presence with Shaquila Nunn playing on the perimeter there, finding Onya. Deasia Fair blocked by Onya, second swat. Foul at midcourt.
Kelly got hit pretty hard on that one.
Foul goes on Q Morrison, the Riverdale, Georgia native. So far, Charlotte sending a message early. This team lost 6 straight games after opening up the UPSHOT League season with a win against Jacksonville, and then finally got the monkey off its back with an impressive 86-67 win against the Savannah Steel on June 6th.
You know, Coach Stafford Odom, you saw within those games different lineups and adjusting, and so a lot of credit to her and her staff for making the adjustments. You can see a significant difference in shot selection and style of play on the offensive end in the front court.
In addition to Deasia Fair, another newcomer, Alicia Jenkins, is also out on the floor, part of that 5-person swap of subs for Coretta Brown. Laisha Petrie triggers a 3 and sticks it. First triple for Savannah today.
And as an opponent, it's tough and to see 5 in, 5 out, all those fresh legs, and you know, a deep bench that the staff trusts to do that type of substitution.
It's definitely still very early in the season, so lineup combinations are all over the place, trying to figure out who plays well with who, as both these teams are just 8 games into the inaugural UPSHOT League season. Here's Reagan Richardson at the free throw line from the 704, Charlotte, North Carolina. What's your area code? 704 in the city. She's loving it. She loves being back here.
I bet so. What an awesome opportunity to come back and play professional basketball in your home city, in the 704, Sam.
Absolutely. The Cannon School, absolute star there, led the team to a state title as a senior. First ever state title for the Cannon School at the time. Laisha Petrie navigates inside, turns it over. Reagan Richardson gobbles it up. The former Georgia Bulldog and Duke Blue Devil. Quinzia Fulmore into the game for the first time. Blocked, and a foul as well. That's on Alicia Jenkins, who's making her UPSHOT League debut, commits her first personal. Quinzia Fulmore at the line, and this is an area that Charlotte would like to continue to improve upon. The free throw shooting, they've struggled at times.
And you love to see Corey Lard check back in. You know, her first game was last game against the Steel, and you really saw Charlotte gain their momentum after she hit her first 3 of the game. And then it was kind of, you know, in their court from there.
Corey Lard has been telling Coach Stafford Odom for a minute that she's ready for her opportunity. That's what Coach Stafford Odom said post-game after the win against Savannah on June 6th. Corey Lard was ready for the moment. She backed up her talk. Deja Kelly, second field goal for the former Oregon Duck and UNC Tar Heel. And how about Charlotte? 14-7 here in the first quarter. The Crown and the Steel, round 5 already in the early going. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching all the action here inside the Bojangles Coliseum. This is our first mandatory timeout.
balls in. On the count 3, we'll get started. Here, you want to lead the way. All right, you're feeling confident, you're feeling good. On the count 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, and then it's Delaney's turn to go back and forth to see how many of these baskets. All right, there's one. There it is, an underhand one. Couple more seconds, couple last throws.
And we are back here inside the Bojangles Coliseum alongside Emery Satoris. I'm Sam Hyman. Charlotte has 8 points in the paint, making an emphasis on getting to the rack early in this game. Foul on Charlotte. Alicia Jenkins on the drive. Foul goes on Corey Lard.
And it's still really early in the game. Charlotte's got to lock in and stay with their defensive game plan. You know, Savannah Steel has proven to be a team that can score in bunches. So once they see one shot go in, they can go on really, really good runs.
Alicia Jenkins, UPSHOT League debut, signed with the team and ready to go for her first crack at the UPSHOT League from Statesboro, Georgia, originally the 32-year-old, most recently played in Mexico from March to May this year. So literally her last game in Mexico was May 30th. Today is June 14th. So a quick turnaround to go from one league to another. And here she is in the UPSHOT League.
But when you're a professional, that's how it goes.
Got to be ready for anything and everything. Corey Lard can't handle it. Q Morrison gobbles it up. In transition, Jenkins loses it. Swarmed by Corey Lard and Lily Grissett. This is Z Spearman. Spins and scores. Z Spearman, the 6'4" low post player who dropped 12 points last game against Charlotte, is on the board. Lily Grissett, a former South Carolina Gamecock, kicks it out to Corey Lard. Great deflection. I tell you, the defense from Q Morrison already has been insane. She is so locked in. Shot clock violation, possession to Savannah. Michelle Onya checks back in for Charlotte. Olivia Cochran returns for Savannah. This Savannah Steel team led by head coach Coretta Brown, who is originally from the 912, the area of Savannah, Georgia, small town of Nevels, Georgia, with just one stop sign. So it's an absolute dream for her to be coaching the Savannah Steel. Chloe Welch secures the rebound for Charlotte. Welch flips it up and gets it to go. Chloe Welch on the board. Hugh Morrison, 3 points, 9 assists last game against Charlotte. Now Morrison tees up a 3-ball. Deasia Fair in her UPSHOT League debut snatches an offensive rebound. Played at Syracuse and Buffalo in college, and look at Fair dance on the baseline. Her first bucket in the UPSHOT League.
And that's what we saw from Nunn in her first game, you know, scored 8 points. Second game, she had 22. I would expect the same for Ferry. She's just got to get used to the team, and she's definitely going to get going in this league.
Deasia Fair has the 3rd most points all time in Division I women's college basketball. Misses on the 3. She is a volume scorer with 3,403 career points.
Not many people can say that stat.
That is unbelievable. Yeah, you're right. It's pretty incredible. Speaking of UPSHOT League debuts, this is Nicole Gwynn in the game for the first time for Charlotte. That's an offensive foul on Charlotte's Michelle Onya.
Really, really good positioning right there by the steal, and to get that quick foul on Onya. You know, once a offensive post player picks up one, it makes them think twice, and they're such efficient back to the basket post players. It's really good for Steele on the defensive end.
I think, to your point, that's going to maybe make some of these Charlotte low post players think a little bit more about, all right, I don't want to get too physical on the low block and get called for an offensive foul. We'll see how that plays out. Ayanna Moore surges down the right alley, bumps off Welch, and buries the floater. How about Savannah right now on an 8-2 run after getting down by 7 about 3 minutes ago?
And that's what we talked about. So this Savannah team's this team that really scores in bunches. They can go on really efficient runs.
Michelle Onya snaps the run from the steal. Here's Harmony Turner, answers back with a triple. Nothing but the bottom of the net for the former Harvard Crimson star, 2025 Ivy League Player of the Year.
It's going to be a heated game either way. You know, Steele's leading the series right now at 3-1, and you know, Charlotte still got something to prove. They're still down.
They're proving it. From downtown, Deja Kelly, second 3 for Charlotte as a team. Here's Megan McConnell. Out to Lauren Taylor, fires away, splash! Lauren Taylor is on the board, the 23-year-old from Blythewood, South Carolina. Shaquila Nunn over to Chloe Welch, 7 on the shot clock. Welch, little give and go with Shaquila Nunn. Just what the doctor ordered right there. Points in the paint, period. It's going to be a key for Charlotte. Harmony Turner responds. Back-to-back jumpers for Turner. Don't let her cook.
Really efficient offense from both teams right now. And putting Nunn in that pick and roll situation, it's just such a hard action to guard with her in it.
Already 7 on the shot clock. Charlotte's got to get busy. Shaquila Nunn fades away from 10 feet. Harmony Turner secures the rebound for the steal. 5 seconds left until the first quarter's done. Turner hoists it up, and that's the end of the first quarter. Whew. Take a breath. That was a whole lot of fun. 23 up here inside the Bojangles Coliseum. The second quarter comes her way. When we come back, Savannah and Charlotte from the Queen City.
Real wonder who they hating on. Call me Dundee, hoping you hood. I'm the one that you wanna be. Haters wish they could feel the wood in my 83. Ride with no tits, so the mother know it's me. Rich boy selling that, all them haters wanna check. Tight, no slick.
And first period, we are tied at 23.
Just bought a Cadillac, rich boy selling that, all them haters wanna check. Tight, no slick, just bought a Cadillac.
Want to attend more Charlotte Crown games this season? Scan the QR code on the video board to purchase your single game tickets.
Hey! Now walk it out. 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 DJ Montana on the track. Walk it out. DJ on. Walk it out. We at it again, baby. Northside walk it out. Here we go. Now walk it out. 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 Now walk it out.
It's time for our move of the game. We're in section 109, row FC 1 and 2. I got my friends Mike and his son Elijah here. They're at their first crown game. They got hot new seats, enjoying the view, enjoying to hopefully get a crown win here today. That's presented by our friends over at TJ Allen Real Estate.
Everybody leaning, I make the crowd rock. Now go and walk it out. I see they on my job. She want that bubble gum. Is they the double mint? Know that win.
You already know what it is. Silent talk, silent talk, silent talk. Go and do it for me. Now watch me whip. Now watch me nay nay. Okay. Now watch me whip. Watch me nay nay. Why me do it? Now watch me. Watch me nay nay. Okay.
We are all tied at 23 as we welcome you back inside the Bojangles Coliseum, AKA the Biscuit UPSHOT League action. What a treat. Savannah and Charlotte round 5. It certainly has not disappointed. Back with Emery Satoris, I'm Sam Hyman. Here's Harmony Turner for 3. Book it. Preheat that oven because Harmony Turner is cooking.
And if you're the coaching staff, it's just poetry over there when the team executes exactly what you drew up out of that break after the first quarter. But really, really good basketball we saw in the first quarter, and a lot of the stats are pretty equal by both teams, so we'll see what these next 3 quarters have in store for us.
10 points already for Harmony Turner after she dropped a season-high 27 points last game against the Crown. Look at Lauren Taylor doing whatever it takes, but a backcourt violation. So through the first 10 minutes of action, Emery, Charlotte shot 56% from the floor, 14 points in the paint. That is part of the recipe for success after what they did against Savannah last game to come away with a win.
For sure, and you got to respect Savannah. You know, they have 10 points in the paint after that first quarter, and so they're doing a really good job. Both teams are shooting a very good percentage from 2s and 3s, so really good brand of basketball both ways.
Savannah shot 53% from the floor, so to your point, both of these teams shooting above 50% from the floor. And right now it is the Steel with a 26-23 lead because of Harmony Turner has 10 points. This is Lauren Taylor, bullseye! Second 3 for Lauren Taylor, who starred at Francis Marion and then Florida Gulf Coast.
And Taylor holds the record in the NCAA for rebounds in a single game, which was, I think, 44.
Yes.
And you just saw the effort she gave on that offensive end to give her team a second chance opportunity. And now she's got that momentum because she's doing what she does.
That adrenaline rush is real. Olivia Cochran off the pass from Harmony Turner, who exhales. And Savannah comes out of the gates in the second quarter and throws up 7 points in a blink of an eye. 8 points, excuse me. An 8-0 run for Savannah in not even 2 minutes here in the second quarter. We'll take our first mandatory timeout. A lot quicker than we envisioned. We'll be back in just a moment here from the Queen City.
Conquer possibility.
Tucker Furniture for being a proud partner of the Charlotte Crown. Let's check in with the Tucker Furniture Tip-Off Club. name that tune. We're gonna have 3 different options. We're gonna have the whole crowd involved in this one here today. You're gonna hold up 1, 2, or 3 fingers after the music plays. All right, DJ, let's hit it.
But I'm stronger. You thought that I'd be broke without you, but I'm richer. You thought that I'd be sad without you. I love harder. Thought I wouldn't
Survivor, right? That you sounded the correct answer.
helpless without you, but I'm smarter. You thought that I'd be stressed without you, but I'm chilling. You thought I wouldn't sell without you, sold 9 million. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. I was survivor. Keep on surviving. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder.
Back here inside the Bojangles Coliseum. Glad you're with us. Back underway here inside the Bojangles Coliseum. Shot clock at 6 for the Crown. Reagan Richardson, baseline jumper, off the mark. How about Savannah's start to this second quarter? 8 points out of the gate, 8-0 run. Richardson secures the rebound. And they're getting high quality shots as well to get those 8 points. Charlotte tries to get on the board in the second quarter. A foul in the paint. That goes on number 32, Z Spearman. First personal.
Charlotte's just got to settle back in. You know, basketball's a game of runs, so you can't panic right now when Savannah goes on this run. You just got to get some stops and get back to what they were doing last game and first quarter.
And that's moving the ball, getting the ball in the paint. Charlotte has 14 paint points in this game. Lily Grissett, 1 of 2 from the free throw line for the former South Carolina Gamecock, who's fresh off a stint in Lebanon earlier this year, January and February. Has been with the Charlotte Crown since game 1. Megan McConnell, the former Duquesne star, one of the best players ever to come through the Atlantic 10. Shot clock at 4, Harmony Turner. Deja Kelly marches the other way. Kelly is 3 for 5 from the floor in this game. Here's A.D. Durr, bullseye. Second 3 for A.D. Durr, the former number 2 overall pick in the 2019 WNBA draft.
And she hasn't missed from the 3 either. You know, that was Harmony's first miss as well. And so both teams are shooting an extremely high percentage from that 3-point line today.
Savannah, 5 of 9 from 3. Charlotte is 3 of 6 from 3. So again, Charlotte having a much different approach. They're not jacking up threes. They're being very calculated. Again, last time out against Savannah, Charlotte took a season low 10 3-point attempts. Only 10. And they made an emphasis on getting the ball in the paint. Coach Stafford Odom for Charlotte said this team is recognizing what their strengths are and implementing them on the court. Laisha Petrie secures the offensive rebound for Savannah. That's the 4th offensive rebound for Savannah in this game. Out of bounds to Charlotte. So after Savannah jumped out to an 8-point lead in this second quarter, not even 2 minutes in, Charlotte's come back and scored 4 straight. Here's Deja Kelly. Look at the defense by Q Morrison. Savannah really gets up in your grill and makes you work. A.D. Durr, perfect on 3 shots, 3 triples. Just like that, a 7-0 run. Charlotte's cut it to within 1. Here's Deasia Fair. Dances down the left alley. Good defense by the Crown. Ball loose. Credit Nudie Jenkins, who's making her UPSHOT League debut with the takeaway for Savannah. 32-year-old brings a lot of veteran leadership to the squad. That one banks in and out from Laisha Petrie. Reagan Richardson gallops the other way. Charlotte is 2-6 on the season, coming off a win against the Savannah Steel more than 7 days ago. This is round 5 of this matchup as both teams miss on both ends.
And you have to give Nudie credit for the back-to-back post-entry steals. She's just really working that entry hand and playing smart and using her athleticism to get around and get those steals.
And in transition, here's Q Morrison off the turnover by the Crown, and that was also kind of spearheaded by Nudie Jenkins with her good perimeter defense. The ball went way out of the reach of Shaquila Nunn. Here's another takeaway, Laisha Petrie. 35-30, Savannah on top. Both these teams well rested, 7 days removed from competition against one another.
I think Savannah's settling in defensively how this officiating crew is going to call the game, and you know they're letting them get those picks and those steals, and so you can expect to keep seeing them in those passing lanes and trying to get those transition buckets.
Laisha Petrie commits the foul, the 26-year-old for Savannah. Shaquila Nunn heads to the free throw line for the Crown. The 6'3" forward from Fayetteville, Georgia, who has played in nine different countries.
And shout out to section 107. You know, they've got their hands up over there, waving the free throws in with their little spirit fingers. You love the enthusiasm in Bojangles Coliseum.
It is definitely a great environment, great atmosphere. I asked Shaquila Nunn, who just made the second free throw right there, what's your favorite part about this UPSHOT League, the Charlotte Crown in general, this opportunity? And she said the support. We love our fans. We love those pioneers who paved the way, that sit courtside and watch our games and give us tips as Shaquila Nunn steps in and gets a steal. It's what it's all about, just making an impact on the Charlotte community, and especially the young girls that are watching that want to grow up and be just like these players one day. Shaquila Nunn with the basketball. Shot clock at 8, skips it over to Reagan Richardson, triggers a jumper. Offensive rebound, Shaquila Nunn, just a workhorse inside, and an exclamation point at the end of that possession. Chance for a three-point play for Shaquila Nunn.
That might be my favorite thing about Nunn, is just how hyped up she gets when she has worked for those second chance opportunities and it results in an and-one play. She's just powering through her teammates and the opponents, letting them know how pumped up she is.
Shaquila Nunn, who most recently spent time in Portugal during the 2025-2026 season, averaged 15 points per game. But her basketball journey, Emery, actually didn't start until she was 16 years old, believe it or not. She told me that it was a very late start. Her parents didn't really pressure her into any particular sport. She started playing basketball consistently and had a vision for it at the age of 16, which is crazy late.
Yeah, you said believe it or not. I'm not sure I believe that. Watching her play today, that is really hard to believe.
Starred at Winthrop and Tennessee, and then she's had a decorated professional journey That spans from the time she left Tennessee in 2016, 2017 to right here, 2026. Deasia Fair snatches the rebound for Savannah. And a kick ball. Also want to mention that another newcomer is on the floor for the first time. Charlotte, say hello to Kiki Jefferson, number 25. We'll talk about more on Kiki and what she can bring to this team as this game and season goes along. But we've got another mandatory timeout, 2:47 to play in the second quarter, and we are deadlocked at 35 here in Charlotte.
Our instructors meet you where you are in your journey. They work with you to build a plan and create the connections that empower you to dream big. It's just another way Central Piedmont helps you conquer possibility.
You should know that I've got you on my mind, your secret admirer. I've been watching you.
All right, fans, it's time for our courtside cam presented by friends over at Queens University. We got a couple of kings and queens in the house.
PG is Beyonce. The two wings will be Nicki Minaj, Rihanna. My post players, Megan Thee Stallion. She's the center, Stallion. And the four player,
Put yourself in
Mariah the Scientist. She's not a four player, she's tiny. She need to be a guard. I'm gonna swap her out for one of the other singers, but yeah.
Back here inside, Bojangles Coliseum. Savannah basketball. Savannah can't get a bucket on the offensive end as we welcome you back. 2:27 to play in the second quarter. Alongside Emery Satoris, I'm Sam Hyman. This is as even as it gets. Savannah's led for 6 minutes and 38 seconds. Charlotte's led for 6 minutes and 31 seconds. Harmony Turner gets fouled in transition. Points in the paint, Emery, are dead even at 16. I mean, everywhere you turn, it's even. The only real discrepancy is Savannah's bench has provided a boost with 15 points to Charlotte's 5 off the bench.
Yeah, and this is evening it out, but, you know, the free throws, Charlotte has shot 9, only to Savannah's 2, but this is about to be 4 for Savannah. So Savannah, you know, can really do a better job being on attack mode and really getting that contact. And also on the defensive end, eliminate Charlotte from getting to the free throw line.
Charlotte at the line, 7 of 9. These are only the third and fourth free throw attempts for Savannah today. Harmony Turner goes 2 for 2. And the former Harvard star, 2025 Ivy League Player of the Year, has 12 points, 4 of 6 from the floor. Here's Corey Lard, Played at Miami of Ohio and Winthrop most recently. Michelle Onya with a fireball over to Kiki Jefferson. Welcome to the UPSHOT League and welcome to the Queen City. Offensive foul. Charlotte stands up defensively. Z Spearman commits the foul, and it's Michelle Onya who took a hard spill, but she's an absolute worker and sacrificed her body right there. Might feel that in the morning.
Yeah, she's a little slow to get up, but she seems fine. Great positioning right there defensively for Onya.
Charlotte opened up the UPSHOT League season with a win, then dropped 6 straight, and then one last time out against these Savannah Steel. And it's been a work in progress, but the Crown really seemed to have found a bit of rhythm, some mojo. Foul goes on Deasia Fair, second personal. The building blocks of this Charlotte team, you can tell the additions have been just massive, especially Michelle Onya and Shaquila Nunn, who were picked up early in the season. Offensive foul on Reagan Richardson. In fact, Charlotte's head coach, Tricia Stafford Odom, told me that Michelle Onya and Shaquila Nunn have even 1-2 more levels to go, and was very confident to say they're going to set records in the UPSHOT League.
Well, I can't wait to see those extra levels because they're both doing a fantastic job so far since they've been added to this Charlotte roster.
That one just swirls out. Onya secures the rebound. She leads the UPSHOT League with nearly 9 rebounds per game. Kiki Jefferson finds Onya. Good ball movement. Reagan Richardson. Charlotte is 4 of 8 from 3, so still shooting it at a high clip. There was one game that Charlotte shot 1 for 17 against this Savannah Steel team from 3. This is a much different story. Deasia Fair, offensive rebound. Smallest person on the floor at 5'5", but the biggest heart at times. Z Spearman scores. So that second chance, that's the 3rd field goal for a second chance opportunity for Savannah.
And that was a great job, drive by McConnell, drawing that post defender, the bounce pass to Z. Great finish.
Here's Harmony Turner with 12 points in the game. 6-second difference, just about, shot and game clock. Harmony Turner goes deep in her pocketbook. And a foul with 5 on the shot clock. Kiki Jefferson can't believe it. First personal with 11.5 seconds to play in this second quarter. Savannah is 4 for 4 at the free throw line. Charlotte is 7 of 9. Z Spearman, 31st overall pick in the WNBA draft this year by the Dallas Wings. Played at Miami, Florida, and Tennessee from 2022 to 2026. Oh for 2, but Spearman gets the offensive rebound, loses it. Deasia Fair winds up with the ball. 2 seconds left. Harmony Turner hoists it up off the backboard, and that's the end of the first half. We were treated to an excellent first half of basketball. Round 5 between Charlotte and Savannah here inside the Bojangles Coliseum. What a first half of action. We will take a quick break and come back for our halftime report. So don't go anywhere. You're watching all the action here from the Bojangles Coliseum.
Crown fans, halftime is presented by Bond on Mint. Be sure to download our Charlotte Crown app to manage your tickets, view the roster, and see score updates. Visit the App Store or Google Play to download today. Follow us on all of our social media accounts: Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and YouTube at CLT Crown Upshot to stay connected all season long. Want to rep royalty? Head to the Charlotte Crown team store located courtside. And while you're there, check out tonight's merch of the game featuring our new replica jerseys. You don't want to miss out on getting your new gear today.
All right, Crown fans, we're down at center court. We got 5 contestants and Regal, and we're gonna play a little bit of musical basketball. Each contestant is gonna go around the circle, pick up a basketball, go towards the crowned basket, and see who could get a layup and come back and sit down first. Last one standing will be the winner of our musical basketball. We'll get started on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go!
All right, we are at the half here inside the Bojangles Coliseum, and we've got a very special guest joining us at the half. It is Carlton Johnson, the president of Shaq Dunkman Apparel. Carlton, talk about the presence of Shaq Dunkman and the UPSHOT League and how the partnership came together.
Well, I mean, Andy had the opportunity to speak with the teams and speak with Donna, which has done a phenomenal job, them and their team, along with Scott. Made a phone call to Shaquille. He was in the car, and, you know, we said we need to get something in on time and make sure that the players enjoy it. We got together and orchestrated it and designed the jerseys, and Taj did such a phenomenal job making sure we get all the color waves and everything right. And, man, when the jerseys came back, everybody got excited because we didn't even know how it was going to turn out. But, hey, listen, we enjoyed the league. Shaquille did an extraordinary job by doing a video. Sharif, his son, Sharif O'Neal, is doing, you got to see the engineering of the new brand of the shoes that's coming out, so the girls will be able to wear that. And happy to do the colorway for all the teams that's coming back, along with the Nashville team coming, and they're going to get some good apparel along with some footwear. UPSHOT League going to do very well next year.
It's going to be clean. You definitely want to follow along. Why was it important for you and the Shaq Dunkman company, Shaquille O'Neal, to get involved with the UPSHOT League?
Well, he loves sports. I mean, you know, when they look at it and you look at the dynamics, Mike got Jumpman, we got Dunkman. So, you know, Shaquille has got such a broad reach, reaching out to communities and high schools and colleges and universities. So we have expanded tremendously. Along with Authentic Brand Group, we have expanded tremendously, and good feedback from the material and things that we're bringing. So the market is really needed for something that's new. So what we're doing is we're doing more of a customizations of our apparel along with our shoes to see what the players and the athletes like. So that's what we're doing.
That's awesome. So you're really getting that player feedback to be able to not just provide them something that you all think is cool, but getting feedback from them and kind of having that collaboration.
Absolutely. You know, if Shaquille, everything is personal. Everything is tangible, is personal, and he has to feel good about what the players, the athletes, and the community and the fans like. So that's what it is. And we look forward to it. He just cleared his schedule last night. You know, congratulations to the New York Knicks. Cleared his schedule last night, and we're looking to visit all 4 of the arenas. Wow. He had a conversation with Donna, Andy, Scott, along with Taj, and we're going to circulate, give the fans in Charlotte and also give the fans in Jacksonville, Savannah, and Greensboro an opportunity to plan, to get a chance to come out and see the big fella.
Awesome. Well, Carlton, thank you so much for stopping by and what you are doing to make an impact with the UPSHOT League.
We love this league. I mean, I've been to the games. It's so exciting. So, you know, WNBA, UPSHOT League, we're right there in the U.S. Okay? Thank you.
go.
All right.
Want to bring a group to a Crown game? Scan the QR code on the video board to learn how.
Put it on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube it. Since I'm an omen, you best believe that I gotta hold it down for all my MCs. Now walk it to your right. Now move it on up, move it on up. Now walk it to your left. Now bring it on back, bring it on back. Now kick with it, hop out in. Now kick with it, step to your right. Now slide with it, turn to your left with it. Walk it. All right now, what I'm about to do right now. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna be quiet and I'm gonna give y'all a little cheat sheet on this dance right here. Hey, y'all know how it go down, man. We gonna see if y'all can do this without me speaking all the way through.
I know you usually don't hear me talk like this, but I got a little game that I want to play. Are you ready? When I think about you, I think about giving myself to you, 'cause you know I want you, babe.
We would like to give a warm Crown welcome to UNCC's women's basketball coach, Tamika Reed.
Baby, I'm feeling for you, get me high. I can't stop you, feel me rise the door, bed or floor. I just want more. I can't get enough of you. What I got in store, it's all of yours. I just want more. I can't get enough.
All right, welcome back here inside the Bojangles Coliseum. My name is Sam Hyman. Just had a great conversation with the one and only Carlton Johnson, president of Shaq Dunkman Apparel. Obviously, as people continue to find out about the UPSHOT League, they will know and recognize the Shaquille O'Neal silhouette that is on the jerseys here in the UPSHOT League. And in addition to the jerseys, next year, you'll see a lot of the players wear the Shaq Dunkman shoes. So the colorways are going to be dropping. You're going to want to stay tuned. It's going to be awesome, awesome stuff. But meanwhile, here inside the Bojangles Coliseum, Savannah leads Charlotte 39-37. And this is about as even as it gets, folks. Charlotte has led for about 6.5 minutes, and Savannah has led for 7 minutes and 40 seconds. It's pretty remarkable. So awesome, awesome stuff. And the teams are doing a really good job, both individually and as a collective unit, of making things happen. Let's start with the Charlotte Crown. Charlotte has wow, it's quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different scores for the Charlotte Crown, led by A.D. Durr, who has 9 points, which is coming off 3 triples for A.D. Durr. Charlotte is shooting the ball at a 43% clip from the floor and 50% from 3, 4 of 8, but they're making an emphasis once again to get the ball in the paint, shooting 50% again from 3, but 18 points in the paint for the Charlotte Crown. Meanwhile, for the Savannah Steel, they're led by Harmony Turner, who has 12 points, 4 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 3 from downtown. Just a tremendous volume score, and Savannah's also gotten contributions from a bunch of different people. This matchup features 2 teams that are extremely deep. Savannah, we mentioned that Charlotte has 9 different scores. Savannah has 9 different scores as well. So it's been really impressive to see the depth on both squads here today. This is round 5 between Charlotte and Savannah. Charlotte is 3-1 against the, Savannah is 3-1 against Charlotte, but Charlotte took down Savannah last game 86-67. So we'll keep an eye out on how things continue to go the rest of the way, but we'll come back in just a moment and get you set for the second half here inside Bojangles Coliseum.
Take me through that, take me through that. We going then. Take me through that, take me through that. We going. Take me through that, take me through that.
Take her through that, bust her down just like the watch. Just like the watch. On Tuesday, then get her right out the spot. Then gotta go. She a butt in them, they ain't even having a lie. She don't know what she doing. This giving it out. What the hell? Girl that a wham in a circle, even if a little make it jump like a hurdle. Girl that a wham in a circle, even if a little make it jump like a hurdle. Girl that a wham in a circle, even if a little make it jump like a hurdle. Even that one small, still throw that.
Take me through that, take me through that. She going. Take me through that, take me through that. Go through that, through that. Take me through that, take me through that. Through that. Take me through that, take me through that. We going. Take me through that, take me through that. Where we going, twin? Take me through that, take me through that. Where we going then? Take me through that, take me through that. We going. Take me through that, take me through that.
What the hell? Girl that a wham in a circle, even if a little make it jump like a hurdle. Girl that a wham in a circle, even if a little make it jump like a hurdle. Girl that a wham in a circle, even if a little make it jump like a hurdle.
All right, welcome back here inside the Bojangles Coliseum. Glad you're with us for the 5th matchup between the Charlotte Crown and the Savannah Steel. Back with Emery Satoris, I'm Sam Hyman. What a first half. We are in for an excellent second 20 minutes of action here inside the Bojangles Coliseum. This has been a whole lot of fun, and both teams, I mean, you can't get any more even, feels like, than what we saw in that first half. Both teams shooting right around 41, 42% from the floor. Charlotte shooting 50% from 3, 4 of 8. Savannah 5 of 12 from 3. Emery, what's been your biggest takeaway from that first half?
Like you said, it's pretty even, and it's just been a really solid first half of basketball, offensively and defensively. You can tell that Savannah has adjusted the game plan from last time after losing one game in the matchup versus Charlotte. And so shout out to the Savannah coaching staff and team for responding. But if you're Charlotte, you're right where you want to be. It's just going to come down to who can put together a second half of basketball. There's still a ton of time left, and like you've seen, both teams have gone on different runs that have got them back in the game, or to take the lead, or to tie, or back the lead. And so I think it's just whoever can put together a solid half.
Well, so far, Charlotte's depth has been super impressive. So has Savannah's. So maybe who's going to be that one to say, give me the ball, I'm gonna take you home.
Yeah.
And be an Asia Wilson or what Jalen Brunson did last night.
Right, and talking about the three-point shot, Charlotte's shooting 4 for 8 from the 3 and Savannah 5 for 12. I do think that's going to be hard to sustain for a whole half, but if both teams do, then that's going to be incredible. But just not a typical night to shoot from behind the arc for a whole game.
Savannah led by head coach Coretta Brown. Charlotte led by head coach Tricia Stafford Odom. This is the inaugural season of the UPSHOT League. There's so much buzz. Flashback to opening night here inside Bojangles Coliseum, at least the home opener here inside Bojangles Coliseum, where there were more than 6,000 people here. Donna Orender, co-founder, commissioner of the UPSHOT League, Andy Kaufman, as well, Zoyer Sports, Taj McWilliams Franklin, who's also here today. The buzz is real, and this league just continues to bring in talent. I mean, I think you could say that some of the additions to the UPSHOT League teams, like Shaquila Nunn, Michelle Onya, and now Deasia Fair comes in. These are women that have serious resumes, both in college and at the professional level, and that's what makes this league one of the best women's professional leagues in the United States.
Yeah, have we talked about Fair's college career, how many points she scored?
We have, but we can talk about
We'll
it
talk
again
about
because
it
it's
again.
insane.
Give me that number one more time, Sam.
Deasia Fair has the 3rd most points all time in Division I women's college basketball, actually across all levels. Deasia Fair, the number is 3,403. 3,403 points, only trailing Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Plum. That's crazy company. And she makes her UPSHOT League debut today. So she's just one of very, very many talented women here in the UPSHOT League.
Yeah, those are 2 names to be tied to. What an incredible thing for the UPSHOT League to have a player who's 3rd time leading scorer in NCAA history.
All right, we are underway for the second half. Here's Megan McConnell. Lauren Taylor has the basketball. 6 points on 2 triples for Taylor. Now sets a screen for Harmony Turner. Rises up. Deja Kelly snatches the rebound. Deja Kelly has 7 points, 3 of 6 from the floor for the UPSHOT League's 4th leading scorer. Kelly also leads the UPSHOT League in assists. And right on cue, Shaquila Nunn banks it in.
I didn't know the bank was open today.
It is a Sunday, but somebody's got the key to the bank.
And it's none.
Harmony Turner on the baseline. Skipped over to Ayana Moore, played at Notre Dame and Vanderbilt. Moore gets an offensive rebound. Harmony Turner with a team-high 12 points. Contact and a foul. Foul goes on Charlotte's Michelle Onya, a 22-year-old from Eastvale, California. Second personal. This puts Harmony Turner to the free throw line. 2 for 2.
And you could hear Coach Coretta Brown yelling, get downhill, and she got the result that she wanted right there.
That's exactly what Harmony Turner does best. She can get into that gear, attack mode, and make it happen. Harmony Turner, who had an unreal career at Harvard and most recently had a training camp invite with the Connecticut Sun, and there's a great article online. It's titled Hoop and Harm. Harmony Turner. Deja Kelly for 3, swirls it down. Deja Kelly in double figures with 10. But go check out that article, Hoop and Harm. Harmony Turner talks about how she's got the ability to control how she can respond to things, like getting waived from the Connecticut Sun during training camp, and now has this opportunity here in the UPSHOT League, which is another very competitive professional league. Megan McConnell still looking for her first field goal. Had 10 assists a couple of games ago against Charlotte. Here she blitzes down the lane and a foul. A.D. Durr picks up the foul.
And going back to that article on Harmony, you know, the UPSHOT League is not trying to be the WNBA. It's a league of opportunity. And so although that happened with the Wave, you know, this is a great league, great opportunity. And it's just going to grow and grow and grow. And you're going to see more and more talented players who have the WNBA talent.
Absolutely. And the league is already set to expand for 2027 to Nashville and Baltimore. Donna Orender, the co-founder, commissioner of the UPSHOT League, told us on Charlotte's home opener that she wants this thing to balloon all the way to 25, 30 teams when it's all said and done. This is Megan McConnell after 2 free throws a moment ago. Olivia Cochran, she's been very silent, quiet like a mouse in this game. Cochran with just 2 points for the star post player out of Louisville. Megan McConnell A10 Defensive Player of the Year showing up and showing out right there. The takeaway and the bucket. She was A10 Defensive Player of the Year in 2025 at Duquesne. Thought she forced a turnover, but Charlotte takes a timeout. So we will take one as well. 7:38 to play in the third quarter. It is tight, folks. 44-43, Savannah in front.
Hands-on opportunities that open pathways to careers at top companies. It's just one more way Central Piedmont helps you conquer possibility.
Moulton USA is a proud sponsor of the UPSHOT League. Moulton congratulates the athletes who compete at the highest level and do so with integrity and sportsmanship. Connect with Moulton at moultonusa.com. Moulton, feel the emotion.
All right, Crown fans, it's time for our t-shirt toss. We're giving out t-shirts to the loudest fans in the biscuit today. We want you on your feet. We want you loud. I can't hear you. Where are the loud Crown fans here today?
I'm sipping on Pepsi. I'm sipping on Fanta. We getting lit, we got fans out of Atlanta. No, we got fans out of Atlanta. Come on, hit it one time. 8-3, she call on my line. 8 late, use my slime. Come on, we
got a couple more shirts.
Come on. Come on.
Chasing the bag and you chasing the...
Freezing cold, that's how we already know. When it's here, my dog will probably do it for Louis Bell. That's just all he know, he don't know nothing else. I tried to
Crown Nation, where you at? Make some noise. I can't hear you. Crown Nation, make some noise.
All right, we are back here inside the Bojangles Coliseum alongside Emery Satoris. I'm Sam Hyman. Corey Lard with the basketball for Charlotte. Back and forth game, round 5 already. 8 games in, these teams very familiar with each other. Shaquila Nunn somehow, some way, plus the foul.
Exactly what you drew up out of that timeout for Charlotte.
Look at this one more time. We're seeing it on the video board. Look at that tough catch. Had to reach over top of Olivia Cochran to make that catch. That was crazy, Emery.
And a phenomenal pass. She put it right there in a pocket for her to be able to get her hands on it and avoid that steal.
Jump ball, Kiki Jefferson getting on the dance floor and forcing a jump ball. A balanced attack for both teams. 10 different scores for Savannah. Wow, that's pretty impressive. 9 different scores for Charlotte. Both teams are going deep, and it's been fun to see everybody get in on the scoring act. Kiki Jefferson set to jump with Olivia Cochran. 2 former Louisville Cardinals. Kiki Jefferson played her last year of college basketball at Louisville. Cochran swats it over to Reagan Richardson. Richardson, oh, nifty crossover. Loses it. Gets it to Kiki Jefferson, who's fouled. Kiki Jefferson heads to the free throw line where, as I mentioned before, she had 1 year at Louisville, 2023-2024 campaign. And that 1 year, she was actually teammates with Olivia Cochran at Louisville.
And you have to give Charlotte a lot of credit. You know, Savannah clawed back into the free throw category. You know, they had shot 10, Charlotte at 9. I think this is Charlotte's 10th and 11th free throw. Maybe 12th with the and one from none. But, you know, they're 6 for 10 from the three-point line. So when you see all those shots falling, you know, it's easy to let them keep flying. And they're really following their game plan and still getting the ball back in the paint and getting to the free throw line.
Reagan Richardson lines it up. Harmony Turner launches into space to grab that rebound. Had some serious bunnies on that. And a loose ball foul against Savannah. Ayana Moore picks up the foul, so that was away from the ball. Possession back to the Crown. Charlotte looking for back-to-back wins against Savannah. 7-day gap, though, between the last time they played and today. Corey Lard started as a developmental player, now officially on the roster. Kiki Jefferson for three. Ball batted out and last touch by Savannah. Tricia Stafford Odom, the head coach for the Crown, highlighted how this team is starting to recognize its strengths and when to use them. Corey Lard. Step back. Great job by Nudie Jenkins to take it away, but gives it right back, and a foul at midcourt.
Jenkins' timings on those post entries are just unbelievable.
And that's experience. She's 32 years old. She's been in the professional ranks for a while. Played at South Florida from 2012 to 2016. You need somebody like that, especially against Shaquila Nunn, who's going to demand the ball on the low block.
For sure, and Savannah in general is a very youthful roster. A lot of their roster just got done playing in college,
That's a good
so
point.
it's a great pickup.
Shaquila Nunn to Kiki Jefferson, a three ball. Offensive rebound, Nunn. And a foul on Nudie Jenkins. That's her third personal. And Savannah's 5th team foul in the quarter already. So 2 free throws. Charlotte's in the bonus, Shaquila Nunn.
At the line for the Crown, Shaquila Nunn, 2 shots.
Shaquila Nunn, Emery, is someone that also sort of provides that leadership off the court as well. Given her experience, she played college basketball from 2012 to 2017, so you can imagine, even though she was new to the team about a week or so ago, a little more than a week ago, she's stepped in, and her vocal leadership is just as important as her presence on the floor.
For sure, and you can see that and how they respond to her. Even in the first game after she had just signed, she was already demanding that from her teammates, and it's paid off for the Charlotte team.
A.D. Durr set to inbound. This is Kiki Jefferson, a former Louisville Cardinal, finds Shaquila Nunn. Nunn with 10 points, fades away. Offensive rebound, Chloe Welch kicks it out to Corey Lard. Lard pulls up, money in the bank. Corey Lard, first bucket of the game.
Unbelievable offensive rebound by Welch right there. She skied in for that. You love to see that about her game. She's just such a hard-working player, and her passion shows when she plays. And it's plays like that.
Head coach for the Charlotte Crown as A.D. Durr misses a three. Tricia Stafford-Odom, the head coach for the Charlotte Crown, said that Corey Lard has been waiting for this moment. Now, this is a couple of games into her official time on the roster. She was a developmental player first, but Coach Stafford-Odom said, she's been telling me for a minute, and Coach Stafford-Odom also said, hopefully nobody tries to pick her off my roster. She said that in the post-game press conference. That's how good Corey Lard has been in practice. Here she is with the ball. Shaquila Nunn skips it over to Chloe Welch, lines up a three, book it! Chloe Welch with a fist pump, the former Davidson Wildcat and St. Joseph's Hawk.
She's being very productive in her minutes tonight.
Just her second made three in the UPSHOT League this season through almost 9 games. And she grabs a defensive rebound. How about this 60-second, 90-second stretch for Chloe Welch? In the paint, double pump, and a foul. I mean, Emery, she was nowhere to be found in the first half. That's because everybody else was doing stuff. And then all of a sudden, in the last 90 seconds or so, she grabs an offensive rebound and gets it to Corey Lard. She hits a three, gets a defensive rebound, and then in transition is fouled, and now at the free throw line.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not about scoring the basketball. It just takes that offensive rebound to give you that spark and get you going, give you that confidence. And she's been a player that has done that all year long, so it's really nice to see these shots fall for her.
Chloe Welch, 6 seasons of college basketball. Started at Davidson, 5 seasons with the Wildcats. At one point during the 2020-2021 season at Davidson, Chloe Welch was top 25 in the nation in scoring, 16 points per game. And one of the craziest games Chloe Welch was a part of in college, as there's a foul. Chloe Welch scored 18 straight points in a game on December 11th, 2020 with Davidson.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big stretch right there.
Crazy against App State. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. You're watching all the action here inside the Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte. We'll be back.
I go Steph Curry. Go Cats. LeBron James, the GOAT. My mom and my dad. My big brother, Jalen Sanders. Kobe. My GOAT is Asia Wilson. I would say the same. Asia. Men, I'll say LeBron. Men, and then for women, I'll say Asia. Asia, she's killer now. Or Lisa Leslie. Yeah. She's a coach. Yeah. Okay. My GOAT is Asia Wilson.
DeAsia Fair with the basketball for Savannah. Couple crossover dribbles. Shot clock at 4. Q Morrison gets the kindly bounce.
And just something to look out for. You know, I've talked about this Savannah team. They're able to score in bunches. And so what Charlotte doesn't want to do right here is trade quick shots for quick shots. They want to stick to their offensive game plan. You know, that's how this lead could disappear if that's what Charlotte starts to do.
And we'd like to welcome those of you who are joining us across our local television airwaves. Glad you're with us. It's been a whole lot of fun so far. Charlotte leads 53-46. This 7-point lead matches Charlotte's largest lead. Now this is the largest lead of the game for the Crown. Shaquila Nunn. Lauren Taylor finds Megan McConnell. Looking for her first bucket. Has a couple of made free throws in this game. Dangerous pass. DeAsia Fair out to Q Morrison. Nice deflection. Kiki Jefferson dives on the near sideline. We had a front row seat to that hustle, Emery. That was crazy hustle from Kiki Jefferson. She does pick up a foul, but you love the hustle and grit from Kiki Jefferson in her UPSHOT League debut.
Yeah, Coach Stafford Odom crossed half court to let her know, good job right there.
This is a 12-2 run currently for Charlotte. The score was 44-43 earlier in this third quarter. McConnell. Shot clock at 6. DeAsia Fair loses control and turns it over. How about Charlotte in the last 2+ minutes? The defense and the 12-2 run.
Yeah, they might have forced a missed travel right before that turnover as well. So really good job on the defensive end. If you're Charlotte, this is exactly what you want.
Deja Kelly attacks the right alley. And look at this defense. DeAsia Fair comes in and swipes it, but too much contact and a foul on DeAsia Fair. Charlotte's in the bonus. Savannah with more than 5 team fouls in this quarter. So Deja Kelly heads to the free throw line. Deja Kelly, the 24-year-old from San Antonio, Texas. Her parents played basketball. Deja went to Duncanville High School, a McDonald's All-American, won a 6A state title, and went to the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, grad school at Oregon. It's well documented what she has meant to college basketball and women's basketball just in general, both on and off the court, her impact. She does some broadcasting as well. Here's Kelly back with it. Little give and go with Shaquila Nunn. Chloe Welch. Dangerous pass. Taylor disrupts it, but some contact and a foul. Shaquila Nunn slow to get up. Foul goes on Lauren Taylor.
Yeah, and if you're Charlotte, you want to continue to be aggressive during this last 2 minutes and 19 seconds being in the bonus, getting to the free throw line. And if you're Savannah, you've really got to be careful in defense and not just send them back to the free throw line to get free opportunities without earning it.
Charlotte is in the bonus, so another 2-shot foul. And when Shaquila Nunn is calling for the ball and there's a one-on-one matchup, it's almost 9 times out of 10 that somebody else is going to come over and provide support. That's what Lauren Taylor did, but a little bit too physical, and she committed the foul. Shaquila Nunn, in just her 3rd game with the Crown, misses the 2nd free throw.
And Harmony Turner just checked back in the game, and it looks like Welch might be face guarding her.
Chloe Welch has been asked to guard teams' best players in college and here in the UPSHOT League, and Harmony Turner just too good right there. She's a bucket getter. 15 points for Harmony Turner. This is A.D. Durr with 3 triples in the game and can't get that one to go. Offensive rebound, none. Out of bounds, stays with Charlotte. Right now, this is a 14-4 run for Charlotte. It was 44-43 Savannah early in the third. And then Charlotte absolutely turned the volume up. Deja Kelly to Michelle Onya, dribbles it off her foot. Welch tries to save it, and a backcourt violation. The Savannah team is 4-4 on the season, 3 of those 4 wins against Charlotte. But last game, just over 7 days ago, was a loss to the Charlotte Crown. Z Spearman travels. Deja Kelly guarded by Megan McConnell. You're looking at the 2025 A10 Defensive Player of the Year draped all over Deja Kelly, but finds some space. Offensive rebound, Lily Grissett. Kelly back to Grissett, wide open in the paint. Paint points at a premium. Charlotte recognizes the significance of getting those high quality shots after having games where they shot below 25% from 3. Megan McConnell tees it up from downtown, her first triple of the game. Harmony Turner, tenacious defense, blocked by Chloe Welch. Another chance. Turner just doing all she can, but Charlotte comes away with it. Michelle Onya down in pain at the free throw line after a collision. That's something you hate to see. I didn't see it. It was on
Looked
that
like
right
she
side. It happened so fast.
grabbed the back of her ankle, so.
Hopefully she's okay. Definitely don't want to speculate anything, but she is one of the best players already emerging in this UPSHOT League. There was a foul on Z Spearman that led to this. This is going to be a technical foul. It's going to be bumped to a technical foul. Well, there's actually another foul as well. So there was a foul on Z Spearman, and then I believe they just said the technical foul is on Harmony Turner.
And that probably came from the frustration of not getting that foul call on the offensive rebound.
Yeah, it's true. It's a good point. A.D. Durr at the free throw line to shoot the one-shot technical. Officials are clearing it up with Coach Stafford Odom, the full explanation. But it is a great sign to see Michelle Onya still out there on the floor. So she appears to be okay. .5 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Charlotte has really done a phenomenal job in this third quarter. At one point went on a 14-4 run. And now they're stopping play to further explain something to Tricia Stafford Odom, the head coach for the Charlotte Crown. Some confusion. And meanwhile, Savannah claiming there should be some sort of a delay of game right here with this extended official discussion. it is interesting because initially they called a technical foul on Harmony Turner, the one-shot free throw. Durr made it, and then there was another foul that we heard that got called on Z Spearman. See if we can try to get an explanation. There was a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here. We're going to try to get an update on the situation, but Tricia Stafford Odom did call a timeout. And we'll see if, again, we can get an update. 60-51, Charlotte leads Savannah with 31.5 seconds remaining in the third quarter. If you're just joining us, this is the fifth matchup between these two teams already this season. Charlotte's won just one, but it was the most recent back on June 6th. Savannah won the first three. And in this third quarter, Charlotte has made a statement with a 14-4 run at one point when the score was 44-43. Early in the third quarter, a 14-4 run that really sparked it. So Michelle Onya at the free throw line, shooting two. We're getting word that there's something with the substitutions that caused for the extensive explanation due to an injury. Michelle Onya hits that second free throw. Charlotte leads by 10. Here's Deasia Fair looking to spark the steal before the end of the third quarter. Fades away, and a bucket from Fair, plus the foul. Deja Kelly can't believe it. She got called for the foul. Deasia Fair is a certified bucket. She can get going at any moment. Got to her spot and drilled the 5-foot fadeaway jumper. Deasia Fair, who scored her first field goal in the UPSHOT League back in the first half. This is someone who, again, had to hop on a plane and get a quick transition from her professional journey in Mexico from March 13th to May 30th in Mexico this year. Averaged 13.5 points per game, and here she is in the UPSHOT League. Foul on Z Spearman.
Great effort by Richardson going and soaring for that rebound to get back to the free throw line with only 21.3 seconds left in the third. Make Savannah pay for that.
They changed the foul. It's on Lauren Taylor, so it's Lauren's fourth. Reagan Richardson at the free throw line.
It's a really tough foul for Taylor to pick up this late in the third quarter.
Got 6 fouls to work with in the UPSHOT League. But with there being a full 10 minutes ahead, Coretta Brown takes out Lauren Taylor, at least for the final 21.3 seconds of this third quarter. Reagan Richardson, who had a brilliant start to the UPSHOT League season, averaged 13.8 points per game in the first 5 games. Only 9 total points the last 3 games, but her defensive impact has been a big, big part of Charlotte's success. Deasia Fair with 4 points in the game, her UPSHOT League debut. Played at Syracuse and Buffalo. 9 on the game clock. Fair gets to her spot. Ball popped out. Turner gobbles it up. 3 to shoot. Turner has to hurry, heaves it up. And we head to the fourth quarter. Charlotte made a statement in these 10 minutes. 62-53. The Crown in front, trying to pick up back-to-back wins over the Steel. We'll be back in a moment.
At the end of the third period, your Charlotte Crown 62, Savannah Steel 53.
I need my back to give me a break. I want options and a doctor who helps me choose the right one. I want technology informing my surgeons every move so I get the fastest recovery. I want to get back with the guys before I miss another Saturday, because I've got plenty left in the tank.
For the gold standard in spine surgery, you want Novant. Novant Health. Best surgeons, amazing nurses, remarkable care.
All right, Crown fans, it's time to get on your feet. It's time for our dance cam. Who has the best moves here in the biscuit today? We want to see them. Well, let's see your moves. There it is, there it is. Hey! Yeah, you go, girl.
Back here at the Biscuit, Bojangles Coliseum. Charlotte outscored Savannah 25 to 14 in that third quarter, and the Crown fans are on their feet, Emery. This has been an impressive game after a 7-day layoff.
For sure, that third quarter looked a little bit like Charlotte's fourth quarter against the Steel just on June 6th when they held the Steel to just 12 points in the fourth quarter. So amazing job on the defensive end by Charlotte.
3 players in double figures for the Charlotte Crown, including Deasia Kelly, who misses the bunny. Harmony Turner gobbles it up. She's got a team-high 15 points, the 2025 Ivy League Player of the Year. Savannah started the second quarter on an 8-0 run, so they're capable of sparking at any moment. Olivia Cochran puts it in, just her second field goal for the former Louisville Cardinal.
Yeah, don't count the Steel out. This is a team that can score at a high level in runs.
Shaquila Nunn with a team-high 15 points, over to Lily Grissett, and now Deasia Kelly, who has 12 points. That one just swirls out. And possession stays with Charlotte. Savannah substitution. Laisha Petrie, the 26-year-old from Detroit, Michigan, checks in. Petrie has been pretty quiet, only 7 points. She is tied for third in the UPSHOT League in scoring with more than 15 points per game. A.D. Durr lines up a 3-ball. Charlotte is 7 of 18 from 3. That's still right around 40%. Harmony Turner, book it. 17 points for Harmony Turner. Four quick points for the Savannah Steel to get to within 5. Nunn and Cochran tied up on the dance floor. Jump ball. This is exactly the type of start that Savannah head coach Coretta Brown envisioned in this fourth quarter.
And what you would expect to see after the first and second quarter of basketball, really just neck and neck, both teams pretty tied in every category.
False start on the jump ball. Referees blew their whistle, and we'll redo it. Shaquila Nunn against Olivia Cochran. Charlotte, Shaquila Nunn in the white uniform, Cochran in the black uniform, and it's Charlotte who gets possession. Pesky defense by Deasia Fair. First UPSHOT League game, and she's had her fingerprints on it. Couple of field goals, couple of steals. Here's a crossover from Fair. Nifty footwork from Fair. Goodness gracious. And it's a 6-0 run for Savannah to start the fourth quarter. Both of Savannah's additions today, Nudie Jenkins and Deasia Fair on the floor, they have had some special moments in this game. Harmony Turner heaves it up to Nudie Jenkins, touchdown. It's not 6 points, but it's 2 big ones. And Savannah in this fourth quarter, Emery, an 8-0 run to start. That was a great pass. Cross court in transition to Jenkins, who got that bucket on the other end.
This lineup for Savannah right now is a defensive specialist team. They're being very pesty right there in all the passing lanes. They're athletic. They're able to jump and get some tips, and it's turned into some transition buckets for to start the early fourth quarter.
And it's safe to say, as Lily Grissett at the free throw line for the Charlotte Crown, that the additions for Savannah, we mentioned Deasia Fair and Nudie Jenkins, both of them playing in Mexico, not for the same team, but they actually played against each other in Mexico. They are in mid-season form. It's not like they just been sitting on the couch for the last couple of months and all of a sudden they get a call to play in the UPSHOT League. They've been playing professionally in Mexico, so they are locked in. Harmony Turner for 3. Nudie Jenkins secures the offensive rebound. It's Savannah's 11th offensive rebound. Nudie Jenkins inside, a foul.
Really good effort by Nudie to get that offensive rebound right there, and it resulted for her getting back to the free throw line.
So Nudie Jenkins, the 6'1", Statesboro, Georgia native, 32 years old, played at South Florida from 2012 to 2016, and led the American in rebounding 3 straight years. And again, recently had a stint in Mexico from March 2026 to May 2026. Same league as her new teammate in the UPSHOT League, Deasia Fair. It is a 10-4 run. Pardon me, a 10-2 run for Savannah to start this fourth quarter. Kiki Jefferson, wow! Flex on him. Quickly the other way, Nudie Jenkins, nice ball fake, separation. And these two are throwing haymakers. 66-65, approaching 6 minutes to go. Shaquila Nunn to Michelle Onya. Here's Corey Lard, 2 points for the former Winthrop Eagle and Miami of Ohio Red Hawk. Charlotte turns it over. The 16th turnover for the Crown.
And those are turnovers you just have to avoid at this point in the game when you know, Steele's only down by 1 point. But still a good look by Charlotte. It's what they're trying to get to.
Laisha Petrie rejected. Shaquila Nunn. Charlotte the other way, Lily Grissett. Shaquila Nunn gets positioning and puts it down.
She is so dominant down there on that block. She owns it.
17 points, 9 rebounds for Shaquila Nunn. Less than 5.5 to go. Deasia Fair to Nudie Jenkins, up for 3, bullseye! And we're deadlocked at 68. Nudie Jenkins with her first 3 in the UPSHOT League.
And we had a feeling after that first quarter that we were going to be sitting right here with the tied ball game with 5 minutes left.
Battle for it, Deasia Fair comes up with it. Fair, full head of steam. Olivia Cochran, UPenn. Savannah leads 70-68. a 17-point fourth quarter so far for Savannah. Kiki Jefferson secures the rebound.
And she
loses it.
Yep.
I mean, you blink and Savannah's got the ball, they're working. Savannah is outscoring Charlotte 17-6 in this fourth quarter. Kiki Jefferson against her teammate in college, Olivia Cochran. Foul on Cochran. And we will take a mandatory timeout. Everybody can catch their breath, but my goodness, Savannah making noise in this fourth quarter. They lead by 2. We'll be back.
I want a plan that fixes this fast, and an expert who will talk me through it. I want a heart specialist at the top of the field, and a scar too small to notice. I want to be back out here because I want to give them what this place gives me.
For nationally recognized heart and vascular care, you want Novant. Novant Health. Best physicians, amazing nurses, remarkable care.
Crown fans, join us for our next home game on Wednesday, June 17th at 7 p.m. It's our Barks and Baskets night. Bring your dog to the Coliseum and enjoy the Charlotte Crown taking on the Greensboro Groove.
All right, Crown fans, it's a close game. We got less than 4 minutes to go here in the fourth corner. Down 2 points. We're going to need the crowd to get hype, but we're going to ask some help from one of our Charlotte Crown players, Lily Grissett, what her hype song is.
Raw wave. I threw the party of the century. People came over knowing I was.
Where you at right now? Let me pull up and let's talk about it. I finally got some time alone and I thought about it. I swear to God, your love is worth so much I can take. I've been thugging for so long, baby, give me a break. Late nights Sometimes I reminisce about you, it's hard to forget about you. I swear I can't live with you, but I can't live without you. Jump off a plane on the island and I'm here without you. Ain't left my hotel in 3 days, I feel sick without you. Sick without you. My stomach do this turn and I feel sick without you. My closest friend, my worst enemy. I'm not okay when we're apart, but I pretend to be. I threw the party of the century. The people came over, no one else over. And it was all for you. It was all for you. I've been under this rock for so long. Don't let the world win. Close the door, don't let the world in. It's going out and again. Rekindle our flame again. Light my fire again.
At the line.
All right, back here inside the Bojangles Coliseum alongside Emery Satoris. I'm Sam Hyman. Kiki Jefferson at the free throw line for the Crown, playing in her first game here in the UPSHOT League. Added to the team a few days ago and cleared to play today. Tie game. So if you're just joining us, Savannah, they are outscoring Charlotte 17-8 in this fourth quarter. Harmony Turner has a team-high 17 points. This is Nudie Jenkins playing in her first UPSHOT League game and scores on the low block. "13 points for Nudie Jenkins in her UPSHOT League debut.
And she also has 4 steals to go along with that. What a debut for Jenkins.
.327 to play in this fourth quarter, 72-70.
And Charlotte doesn't need anything spectacular right now. They just got to take care of possessions and do what they've been doing.
Shaquila Nunn with 17 points, 9 rebounds. Patiently waits, it's swiped away from behind. Deasia Fair in transition, Fair scores. 74-70. The impact of these additions for Savannah have been unbelievable today. Deasia Fair and Nudie Jenkins. And they both just wrapped up playing in Mexico, not on the same team, but against each other. Now teammates. Nudie Jenkins gobbles up the rebound for Savannah, and Deasia Fair clears. Fair has 6 points, 3 assists, and a steal in her UPSHOT League debut. Gets the ball back from Nudie Jenkins. 2:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Jenkins guarded by Shaquila Nunn. A scramble on the low block. Charlotte gets it. Both teams were kind of confused for a second. No whistle. Here's a whistle. And Reagan Richardson heads to the free throw line. Q Morrison picks up the foul, her second, and the team's fourth in this fourth quarter. Well, the first game between Charlotte and Savannah this season went into overtime. The second game was decided by a point in regulation. Charlotte lost both of those games. And then games 3 and 4 in this series, pretty convincing wins for both sides. And now here, game 5. This is a tight one down the stretch. Reagan Richardson. A tough day at the office. 1 of 9 from the floor, but she's 4 for 6 at the free throw line. Charlotte, they've got to continue to make free throws down the stretch. They've missed 10 free throws today.
But 2 big ones by Richardson right there to get him back to 2 points. So we got to get some stops if you're Charlotte.
Ball batted around. Z Spearman gobbles it up.
And you got to be able to get that defensive rebound right there at this point of the game.
Harmony Turner with 17 points. Ball batted around. Charlotte and Savannah going at it on the far side, and a foul. It's on Savannah, number 32, Z Spearman. And I think that is her third personal. Savannah started this fourth quarter on a 17-6 run. Just remarkable. Charlotte led by as many as 11 points in the third quarter. So Savannah with more than 5 team fouls in this quarter. Charlotte in the bonus at the free throw line, 2 shots. Meanwhile, Charlotte has only committed 1 foul in this fourth quarter. We've got our second mandatory timeout here in the fourth quarter, so we will take a quick break and come back. $1:45 to play. In the fourth quarter, Savannah leads by 2.
2 of your Charlotte Crown players, Reagan Richardson and Michelle Onya.
All right, fans, it's time for our trivia. I have my friend Ann here, season ticket holder here at the Charlotte Crown. She's feeling confident. She's ready. She's going to get all 4 questions right. Isn't that right? She's feeling it. All right, let's do question number 1. How many times does the Charlotte Crown play the Savannah Steel this season? A, 12, B, 9, or C, 862? B? It's not the correct answer. It's 12. It's 12. That's okay. We're just getting warmed up. That's fine. We're going to go to the next question. What college did Deja Kelly not play for? A, UNC, B, Oregon, or C, Duke?
C, Duke.
C, Duke. C, Duke is correct. Deja Kelly did not play for Duke. All right, we got 1 out of 2. Let's hit the next question. What Charlotte Crown player wears number 11? A, Michelle Anya, B, Deja Kelly, or C, A.D. Durr?
Michelle, A.
A is the correct answer. So, all right, we're warming up. We're going to get the last and final question right. What 2 cities are joining the UPSHOT League next season? New Orleans, B, Baltimore and Nashville, or C, Cleveland? You think it's B? B is also the correct answer. And with 3 for 4, she's going home with a prize. Thanks so much for playing our trivia here with us. And
Crown Nation, we got 1 minute and 45 seconds left in this fourth quarter. I need all of your energy and make some noise for your Charlotte Crown.
And we are back here inside the Bojangles Coliseum. Reagan Richardson at the free throw line. Tie game, 74-74. With 1:43 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Fasten your seatbelts.
And we talked about free throws, another 2 big free throws.
Charlotte has missed 10 free throws in this game, but they've made their last 4 free throws here in the fourth quarter. Savannah ball with 7 on the shot clock. If you're just joining us, Savannah is leading this fourth quarter 21-12. And at one point in the third quarter, Charlotte led by 11 points. They won the third quarter 25-14, Charlotte did.
But right now with a tied ball game, a minute 28 left, it's who can make free throws, who can take care of the basketball.
Lily Grissett with the steal. Charlotte ball. Deja Kelly has it. 12 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds for Deja Kelly. She's got the ball in her hand. 6 on the shot clock. Kelly eyes the timer, gets a ball screen. Kelly has to hurry, pulls it up, and wave it off. Foul on the floor against Savannah. There have been several fouls on Savannah, more than 5 in this quarter, so 2-shot bonus for Charlotte. And that is the 6th foul on Z Spearman. So she is fouled out of this game. That's a tough blow. Spearman provides a lot of size in the paint at 6'4".
It is, but she's being aggressive on the block with these post players that Charlotte has with Onya and Nunn, and she's doing her job. That was probably part of their defensive game plan coming into this game.
Michelle Onya misses the free throw. That's now 11 misses at the free throw line for Charlotte, trying to hang on. They've also turned it over 21 times in this game, Charlotte has. But they've shot the ball at a 40% clip. Onya hits the second free throw. Timeout, Savannah. We will keep it here from inside the Bojangles Coliseum. Chloe Welch is going to guard the inbound pass. Harmony Turner set to inbound the ball. Gotta watch out for where that inbounder goes. Once Harmony Turner passes it into the field of play, she's got 17 points. DeAsia Fair, UPSHOT League debut, tries to knife it inside to Nudie Jenkins, and Charlotte swarms the paint. Shaquila Nunn. Timeout, Tricia Stafford Odom and Charlotte with a 1-point lead. 51.9 seconds remaining in regulation. You could not script it any better. Now, Emery, if you're Savannah, you do not have to foul. You can play straight up and try to force Charlotte into a bad possession.
No, this is where you trust your defense. This is, this is what you work on in practice. You've been in these situations in practice and games already in this season. You trust each other, trust the defense. That's what you talk about. You get the stop. You got plenty of time, plenty of possession still left in this ball game. But great timeout by Coach Stafford Odom. Looked like her team was in a difficult situation. Let's settle down, say we've got the lead right here. We're in control of this game. We just got to take care of possession, try to get to the foul line, make our free throws, and get defensive rebounds at this point.
And Charlotte knows they're going to face some pretty stout defense from Savannah here on this upcoming possession. What do you think the message is right here from Coach Stafford Odom to really make sure things go as planned?
Take care of the basketball at all costs. These possessions down the stretch are going to matter. Free throws down the stretch are going to matter. And defensive rebounding right here is going to matter as well with these 51 seconds left in this game.
The Crown fans making noise here inside Bojangles Coliseum. Bring them out. Yeah, all the Crown fans out here and having a time. Charlotte is looking for its second win over Savannah. Picked up win number 1 against the Steel back on June 6th. These two teams had about 7 days of no competition in the UPSHOT League, just practice and rest. Here's some full court pressure. Chloe Welch has to steer back, finds Deja Kelly. Press break, broken. 8 on the shot clock. Shaquila Nunn, 4 on the shot clock. Nunn skips it in the corner. It's Reagan Richardson, bullseye! Front page headlines. Reagan Richardson.
Tough day at the office shooting until now, Sam. Big time 3 for Reagan Richardson.
4-point game. Charlotte, exactly what they were looking for. Maybe not what they envisioned. A late clock 3 as the shot clock expired.
Couldn't have gone any better. Took all the time we could off the shot clock and made the shot.
Wow, Reagan Richardson, who has had a tough day at the office. 1 of 9 before that shot from the floor. Hits her first 3 of the game.
But that's what shooters do. When you're missing shots and you're a shooter, what do you do?
Just keep shooting.
You keep shooting for moments like this for Reagan Richardson.
So a timeout on the floor. Charlotte has no timeouts remaining. Savannah has 1 timeout remaining. It's still not over. Plenty of time. 29.8 seconds remaining. The Crown fans, these are the young kids, the next generation that maybe one day want to grow up and be in the UPSHOT League. They'll remember moments like this.
They will, but if you're Savannah, like you just mentioned, plenty of time on the shot clock. You're going to draw up a play, try to get a quick 2. You just saw them press. Charlotte's not got any timeouts left. They've had multiple steals, multiple turnovers all night, so just like that, it can go from a 4-point game to a tie ball game.
All right, so it is Savannah basketball. Leading scorer, Harmony Turner, 17 points. Deasia Fair, 8 points. Nudie Jenkins, 13 points, some of your top scorers. Charlotte only has 1 foul, so they have plenty of fouls to give right now if perhaps they get beat off the dribble. And right there, smart foul from Shaquila Nunn, because Deasia Fair is about as fast as a Bugatti.
Yeah, she is. That was a really smart play, and you called it right there by Charlotte. But that's the person I'm going to put the ball in their hands is Fair, because she's proven that she can create. She's super dynamic, one of the most dynamic guards I've seen in this league.
About a 9-second difference, shot and game clock. Lily Grissett all over Deasia Fair, who drives baseline. 4 on the shot clock. Harmony Turner has to hurry, hoists it up. Loose ball. Savannah in the corner, gathers it. Coretta Brown has 1 timeout. She tried to call it, and she did. She got the timeout. In that deep corner, the coffin corner. Either that was the case or, yeah, that was the case. She called a timeout. They just announced it officially.
She did. We'll see what she draws up right here, but got to be a super quick score. Got to press, got to go for that early steal if you want to tie the game and send this game into overtime.
Well, now they're going to put 0.2 seconds back on the clock, so 5 seconds on the game clock. Savannah's down by 4, so this is, it almost feels like it's too little too late, but if you're Savannah, you need a bucket within like literally a second.
Yeah, you got to score quickly, but you've only got 2 fouls. Charlotte's got 2 fouls, so if you're Charlotte, you know, you can still play the foul game and try to take as many seconds off the shot clock. That way it almost makes it impossible for them to score, get a steal, and score again to tie the ball game. So if you're Charlotte and you follow the game plan that I'm sure Coach Stafford Odom is talking about right now, it's a really, really good chance they're going to walk out with another straight win here in Bojangles Coliseum.
It looks like they updated Charlotte's team fouls now to 4, so there may have been some miscommunication.
Well, then
on
that's
the
a totally different ball game if you're Charlotte.
If that's true,
can't take off any time off the clock.
Yeah, that literally just changed because a couple of minutes ago or seconds ago.
Yeah, we thought they just committed their second team foul.
And I think that's what the Charlotte players, Shaquila Nunn just looked over to Coach Stafford Odom and said, we don't have any fouls to give anymore.
She's like, we can't foul.
There was some confusion there because on the scoreboard it said 2 team fouls, but now it's updated to 4. Savannah has to get a bucket fast. Lauren Taylor, 3, no. Batted around. Charlotte survives. Back-to-back wins for the Charlotte Crown over the Savannah Steel. Reagan Richardson's big-time 3 capped it. Charlotte 78, Savannah 74. Your final from the Biscuit. Unbelievable. Emery, your final thoughts from today.
Really, really good job by Charlotte down the stretch. A huge third quarter for them that really put them in a great position to be able to get this win tonight. But also great effort by Savannah to come out in the fourth quarter, and they were lethal and did what it took to get back in this ball game. But it was a great game for both teams and exactly what we anticipated to have today.
Crown fans are hype right now after an incredible performance. Again, your final 78-74. The Royal of the Game presented by Queens University of Charlotte. Shaquila Nunn, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 7 offensive rebounds. We want to thank everyone for joining us throughout the course of today's contest. Shout out to our outstanding crew behind the scenes making this broadcast possible. For those tuning in on local television and on YouTube, again, thank you so much for joining us. Charlotte, back-to-back wins for the first time this season. For my broadcast partner, Emery Satoris, I'm Sam Hyman. We say good night from the Queen City, where once again, the Royal of the Game, presented by Queens University of Charlotte, is the one and only Shaquila Nunn for the 2nd consecutive game. Yeah, crown her here today. What a performance. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Again, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Once again, this has been a presentation of UPSHOT League basketball here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hey man, my real Dennis Small. I be feeling like the man when I walk through. I ain't stunning what you saying when I walk through. I got all these boys there when I walk through. I done made a few bands on the walk through. Watch me, hey, why me walk through? Watch me, hey, why me walk through? Watch me, hey, why me walk through? I done made a few bands on the walk through. I done made a few bands on the walk through. People don't know now, I don't talk to. Me and Parliament and Brick, he a boss too. Sitting at the round table making balls move. I done walk through with Gucci on my feet. Who got more money, you or me?
The Charlotte Crown's next home game is this Wednesday, June 17th at 7 p.m. Join us for Barks and Baskets Night. Bring your dog to the game to watch the Charlotte Crown take on the Greensboro Groove.
And I'ma jump the fence if I see 12 coming. Even if I were blind, I could still smell money. I can't trust no outside, cause they could tell them I'm the alphabet boy.
I'm Ryan Thurman on behalf of Caitlin, Regal, and all of us here at the Charlotte Crown. We'd like to thank you for your attendance at tonight's game. Hope to see you back here on Wednesday night.
me walk through. Watch me, hey, why me walk through? Watch me, hey, why me walk through? Had to make a few bands on
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd. And I need you, and I miss you. And now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I can just see you tonight. There's always times like these when I think of you, and I wonder if you ever think of me.
Let's talk about love. Is it anything and everything you offer? Or do you feel it on you? I know the feeling on you.
Maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are close, all the stars are close, all the stars are close. Maybe the night that my tears might let me know all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer, all the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gon' do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me. You ain't know your expectations. I don't even want your congratulations. I recognize your false confidence and calculated promises all in your conversation. I hate people that feel entitled. Look at me crazy cause I ain't invite you. Oh, you important, you the moral to the story. You endorsing, motherfucker, I don't even like you. Corrupt a man's heart with a gift. That's how you find out who you dealing with. A smart percentage you I'm building with. I want the credit if I'm losing or I'm winning. On my mama, that's the realest shit.
Let's talk about love.